Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Me and John back here. John, explain to them what we're about to do.
So we're gonna raise the height on my coilovers, which I've done the front before, but I've never adjusted the rear height, because when I bought these used off of a buddy, so I just kind of threw them in with what his ride height was at. So on the front, if you can see down in here, it'll be a little easier to explain. So this is gonna be, I believe it's called a lock collar would be the proper term. And then on the front, it looks exactly like this, except there's two more collars up here. So this one is how you measure the height. So if you wanted to raise it an inch, you would loosen that, spin it up an inch, and then the two up here, you would turn it until this collar spins until it gets down to the bottom. That's how you know you've adjusted it an inch. But there's no two collars up here. So I'm not sure if you just spin that, or I don't think it would be in here. I don't know, I'm working on that.
We're gonna figure it out and get back to you, fellas.
Yeah. Alright guys, so if you ever do like rear camber arms on these cars, there's like a bucket back here that holds the spring, and when you put those in, this whole bucket and all this spring and stuff comes out because there's no bucket for the spring to sit in, it's just the camber arm. So that's what makes me think you adjust the height from the actual like strut itself. So if I want to raise it an inch, what I'm gonna do is, whenever you buy coilovers, they give you these are called spanner wrenches. If you can see, it's like a little hook at the top. That hook is gonna lock into place on this collar, and you're gonna crank it loose, and then once it's loose, we'll raise it up an inch. And then because these are all threads, I'll get some gloves, and we're basically just gonna spin this. It's like a long bolt. So, and all this whole thing is a bunch of threads, and in here are a bunch of threads. So when you spin it, it'll either go down or up with the threads, and that's how you raise or lower the height of your suspension on your coilovers. So, and then the reason why we're gonna measure this an inch above is because I wanna raise it an inch. So that's how we'll know how far to go up or down, instead of just spinning it and guessing.
Cool. We're gonna do that.
So if I spin this up an inch, I might need a Sharpie. Alright guys, so with this little gold Sharpie, I just kind of made a line on the threads right here. So I want to raise it an inch, and from the top of this collar to this little crease right here is a ½ inch. So I know I need to spin this until that gold line is an inch and a half higher than right here, because the difference right here is a ½ inch. So if I add an inch, it'll be a total of 1.5 inches up here. So we just need to spin it, and then with a tape measure, just measure from this little gold line to that little crease right there. And then once you get it raised up, we'll spin this back down and we'll crank this tight so that the height can't spin. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do, and we'll update you guys after. Alright you guys, so as you can see, there's this gold line of where the top of this was, and when we go with the tape measure from that gold line to that little crease right where the bottom of the collar meets the bottom of the strut, that is 1.5 inches. So that lets us know that we have raised it 1 inch. So when you take out the 1/2 inch difference of the collar itself, it's an inch. So that's how you know that you've raised it 1 inch.
Sweet.
Yep. So all that's left now is to put the wheels back on and then eventually get an alignment. That's about it. Once I can find a shop that can actually fit this on an alignment rack.
Yeah. Might fit now.
Yeah, maybe. All right, you guys. So we got the rear coilovers raised 1 inch. This is what the new ride height looks like. So you can fit a finger in here. So it's still pretty low, as you can see. And if we come back here and look at the exhaust, it still hangs down pretty low. So it's still lowered. It's just a little bit higher. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, do whatever. Anything helps out the channel. We're almost at 100 subs, so that's going to be our first milestone. Yeah, if you guys like it, just like the video, share it, everything. So,
Everything.
yeah, thank you guys for watching, and you have a great day.